Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to SunDogs Present Local Vibes. We are SunDogs, your two favorite canines. Good boy, aka Good Boys, aka Fly Boys, aka Brothers Hound. But we won't say all of them.
Yeah, we got a lot of M1s.
We'd like to welcome you to the weekend.
Welcome.
We've got another phenomenal show today. Joined in the studio, in the doghouse, is Orphan Andy, a.k.a. ATR, the Sage.
How y'all been?
Good. Chilling.
We've been very well. We were looking at our calendar, and last time we had you in was October of 2018.
Oh, it was. Wow.
So we'll definitely be catching up with him.
Exactly, yeah. Before the AU, you hadn't even switched your name
I
yet.
was an Orphan Andy. I didn't have Always Up. I was in a very different situation.
More information can be found at SunDogs TC, as well as Orphan Andy AU. That's ORPHANANDY AU, as well as alwaysup.online. We'll be chatting about the formation of Always Up Entertainment, the rebrand, and the production of Lost Cause here in just a few minutes.
Our next interview is Concrete Rose, Concrete Bella on Instagram, and the last interview was OK Nice.
Shouts out OK Nice. Seen you just drop some vinyl and merch and stuff.
Exactly, yeah. We just had him in, so that was fun.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
You can check out our archived episodes at anchor.fm/localvibes. Also, they're on Spotify if you search SunDogs Present Local Vibes, and also they're on YouTube channel SunDogs TC.
It's that easy.
It's pretty easy.
If you want to catch us live, you can catch us on YouTube. Otherwise, 94.1 FM WFNU every Friday from 6 to 7. And that's when you want to give us a call. Studio phone 651-313-5125. Call in now to ask Orphan Andy a question.
Yeah.
Ooh, do that.
Call
in.
We'll give you some good recipes. We'll give you some recipes. Maybe you can give us some recipes.
Ooh, that would be nice.
Just don't swear.
Some Valentine's Day ideas. Just don't swear. If you don't swear, we'll put you on the air.
Ooh, that's a good one.
651-313-5125.
651-313-5125.
More information can be found at Orphan Andy AU, as well as alwaysup.online. SunDogsTC@gmail.com is where you can send song requests, upcoming events, and local artist spotlight nominations.
Exactly.
Let's get right into it, gentlemen.
Let's get into it. So, we last talked to you at the end of 2018. So that's, the whole world's changed since then.
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, we were just listening back to the interview earlier today, actually.
Oh,
and you were talking about how you weren't performing
because
you were getting ready for
Yeah.
dropping God Loves Money.
Oh, yeah.
God Love Money.
Yep.
And
that was a great project.
Yeah, we got to cover the origin story. You know, playing piano in elementary school, making beats as a teenager, played sax in middle school.
Yep.
Dad's in a cover band.
Yeah, what kind of cover band?
Yeah, we were wondering. Was there one specific?
Like rock classics, I guess I would say.
More broad versus like Kiss specifically.
Yeah, no, it wasn't Kiss. It was just like rock classics, and it was mostly charity events.
Okay,
Yeah. So, he was just a singer.
Okay,
but
so
like it was
Robert Plant style.
Yeah. It was called Unbridled, and our neighborhood was called Bridlewood. And so it was like all local, like dads that just knew how to play different instruments and stuff.
All from Bridlewood?
Yeah, I think they were all from around like the local neighborhood.
Well, shout out Bridlewood.
Yeah,
Unbridled.
My dad's cover band back in the day.
And again, we talked to you before you adopted the moniker Orphan Andy, and before you released God Love Money, which was the first release as Orphan Andy, correct?
Yep.
So what, we can just jump into a little questions for you about like rebranding. Like what made you want to switch to a new name? What made you want to have tell us all about that?
I don't know. I still release like my production, like as a producer moniker. I still use ATR the Sage and whatever. But it was just a time for me when I was going through transitions as a person. I was growing out of relationships and music situations that I was working with people and whatever, and everything just kind of changed throughout life at that time. And so rebranding, I felt this was more of actually who I was, and like I was able to actually tell a story with Orphan Andy and tell who I was and like what I've actually been through, instead of just like trying to be a rapper. Like,
yeah,
who cares? Everyone's trying to be a rapper nowadays, but like I actually have like, I got some stuff to say, you know?
That's very cool.
That was kind of the whole transition of that.
When you took it to the next level.
And that's where Always Up comes from too. It's when the whole kind of situation, there was falling out with a bunch of friends and people I did music with, and when all that happened, it was kind of dark and sad. And then I was like, nah, Always Up. Like, I'm at a point where I can only progress. And so that's kind of where the whole label situation and company started from there. That's actually my LLC, and that's what everything's branded under right now. So, nice. Yep.
I mean, I don't mean to jump from one thing right to another as soon as I heard something interesting, but yeah, to recap, it was a combination of the new style of songs and just wanted to have it separate from your producer stuff.
Yeah, and I actually have a whole nother, I don't know if you've heard any of the Sage Haze stuff too.
But I just saw you guys' Instagram. That's cool.
Yeah, so that's me and my homie Hayes. He's a EDM
HV
producer.
SE.
Yeah, HVZE.
ZE.
And it's actually like on Spotify because there's so many other ones, and like officially there's like 2 like, I don't know, lines on either side or whatever. But if you look into any of my socials, you'll see all his stuff too. And we did a little, like, I won't say EDM, but like electronic album. And so that was that whole moniker too. And I like to keep just like styles of music separately and whatnot. Yeah,
and
why not? That's my way of doing that.
Plus, yeah, Orphan Andy is a awesome name.
Yeah, and definitely check out the Sage Haze stuff. Just shameless plug. I released the album as ATR The Sage, just like everything that I had produced, and I rapped on most of it. And this was all like at the end of last year. I ended up releasing like 4 projects. I did that one, the Sage Haze project, and then I did an EP as Orphan Andy, and then the Lost Cause album.
Very cool.
Yeah, just been working and have no plans of slowing down anything anytime soon.
Yeah. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, you're saying all those names are under the Always Up.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about like trademarks and stuff like that?
Yeah, everything.
Very cool.
The whole legality and whatever. I wasn't being represented on that side really before my situation. There wasn't no actual business entities. There was no legally really doing anything. It was just kind of like, I don't want to knock anyone or put anything down, but it wasn't as official as what I'm doing now. So
very cool to see moving forward.
Oh yeah, definitely. Always up.
Always up.
Exactly.
And yeah, what currently is the umbrella, or what services does Always Up offer, if any? I mean, I don't want to be...
go to alwaysup.online and you'll see everything. It's you can book our studio there, book me as an engineer. I mean, that's like my main full-time job right now and what I'm doing. So that's nice. Back then too, I don't think that was really my full-time. I think I was trying to get into it, but I just didn't have the client base or whatever, the push to actually make a full-time income off of music itself. And now it's coming in through streams and clients through studio and many different other sources through music. So it's really cool to see.
That's so great to hear as well.
Yeah, definitely.
You were saying Andre Marriott mastered God Love Money.
Nope. He produced a string of 4 singles that I released right after that. One of them being my most successful song, featuring Alex Wiley, the homie from Chicago, Little Bigger Cat. But yeah, that one blew up once I released all that. Definitely go check that one out. Check that video out online. homie named I think he goes by Jumbles online. It's all animated. So and he did it to the stems, which I hadn't really dove into the video world at that point. So you can see like everything moving with the music because he actually synced it up and everything.
Oh my gosh.
Definitely go check out some of Jumble's work. He's working on some stuff for the Sage Haze album we just put out right now, and sent me little clips of it, and I'm just like how do you even do any of this? This is a whole different world for me.
How'd you find that guy?
A friend of mine actually worked with him, and so yeah, it was just like a mutual connection. He had reached out and said that he had wanted to work, and I was like, I'm so swamped with just making music right now. Like once I have like an actual album like done and like finished, I'll send you it, and you can like go through it and see what you want to do and whatever. And so that kind of is how everything started. And from there, I've just trying to work with him as much as possible because he's very talented, you know.
Nice, yeah. Keep it rolling.
Yeah,
and keep fostering each other's talent, you know
definitely,
what I mean?
Definitely.
I asked about the mastering because I was going to ask about the production and mastering not only of the EP as Orphan Andy, but of the most recent release as well.
Yeah, all those 4 projects, how long were they in the works?
Oh, in the works?
Since 2018, since the last interview?
The outro to Lost Cause, a good 6 years or something.
Crazy.
And I wanna dive into that just for a quick second, just because it's such an interesting story, and it kind of bases like why I have the album called Lost Cause in the first place.
Yeah.
So, dude, I was working building houses.
Take a break in 5 minutes. Sorry.
Okay, perfect. So this will be we'll wrap up right after that. Person I was living with, I was working for Habitat for Humanity, making houses, and I didn't really have a living situation, so they housed me in like a community building, and one of the roommates I had in there, I came back one night and he was just depressed and crying and not in a good place in life, and I talked to him. Basically, it was just on some dire, not wanting to be here type stuff, like some really dark stuff. And we ended the conversation with, he said, oh, you make music, right? Like you have a studio in your room. And I was like, yeah, it's what I love to do. It's like hopefully what I'm going to be doing like as a career eventually. So definitely. He's like, can I just like play some guitar in there tomorrow? And I was like, sure, definitely. Whatever you want. Like I've been in that situation. So if music's your release and whatever, who am I to stop that? So the next day he came in, and I think it was like 1 or 2 takes. He did the whole outro, and it was just the guitar. And for the longest time, I didn't know what to do with it because it was almost a complete piece to me, and it was just so beautiful sonically, and I thought it told a story. And then once I kind of progressed through the whole 2020 and that, it resonated even more with me because I felt that situation in my own life. And so that's when I added lyrics and sang over it and got some friends to sing background vocals that could sing better than me.
Yes.
Whatnot. And so that's the second half of the outro. The whole outro is actually all live guitar too. But yeah, the second half is that. And so that was kind of... It was cool to be able to see that music directly helps in a situation like that, and just the whole album basis.
And music kind of ferments over time, you know, in this stew of emotion and social change.
And if you're making real music, at the end of the day, it's timeless. You know, people will go back because it made them feel a certain way, or it helped them through a certain time, or they have nostalgia. It's really crazy. It's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing. If you're just joining us, we are sitting down with Orphan Andy, a.k.a. ATR the Sage, a.k.a. one half of Sage Haze.
Yeah. And that's literally just ATR the Sage and Haze. Real creative thing.
Follow us, SunDogs TC.
Follow Orphan Andy at Orphan Andy AU, and make sure to check out, alwaysup.online. We're going to take a break here in a few minutes.
All right, good.
And
We got
2
time.
minutes.
We got
2 whole minutes. Yeah,
Two
I was
whole
feeling
minutes.
all rushed. That's my fault. I do that like every other week.
It happens. That's life sometimes.
So let's say 5 years from now, what do you think is the wildest merch item you'll have? 'Cause you got
That's
some,
a
you got
funny
some very
short-
unique ones currently.
short question.
Yeah, I don't know. That is a very good question. And that's where I like diversifying. Like I got the cups and the hats. I got lighters right now. A whole bunch of different stuff. And I don't know what the wildest thing would be like.
Beach towel with you head to toe on it.
That would be cool. Yeah, that's really what I strive for, is just uniqueness, you know? Like, so anything out of the ordinary I might do a limited run on, or just to do some vinyl or some, like, I don't even know, you know? Like, anything's possible, for real.
Right. Have your own headphone brand one, you know.
I mean,
go crazy.
you never know.
You never
For
know.
real
5
though,
years
for
from
real
now,
though.
you never know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
and
never know.
And that's crazy because I, like, when we did our first interview, I never would have thought, like, I would be in this position at this point in time. It's literally a whole world of difference. So, like,
What
that
if-
was
yeah, what
4 years ago or something.
Yeah.
So, like, I can't even imagine what I'll be doing in 5 years. Like,
What are 3 things that you've noticed that have changed the most, as vague as you can make them in 45 seconds? Before we take a break?
45
We'll talk
seconds.
more about it here after the
3
break.
things: confidence, ability, and I guess just taste overall.
You heard
Yeah.
it here first, folks. Give us a call, 651-313-5125. You can ask him a question if you want. You can, just do your regular old radio thing and do a shout-out. Stick around. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
651-313-5125. Orphan Andy AU. Alwaysup.online is where you can find more information. SunDogs TC. We're going to be right back. SunDogs present Local Vibes.
What's up, folks? Folks? How you doing? We're back. We're back.
Welcome back to SunDogs present Local Vibes, and we are sitting down with Orphan Andy. More information can be found at Orphan Andy AU and at alwaysup.online. SunDogs TC is where you can find more information about your 2 favorite canines. That's right. But we're going to be right back into it. We were talking before the break, at least 3 things that have drastically changed since we were talking to you back in October of 2018.
Yeah.
Confidence, ability, and taste. Expound on confidence. What do you think is been the key to your confidence?
I'd probably say 2 things: just working a lot and failing a lot. Honestly, like, as to be successful, the key is really just keep doing it. You know, whatever you're trying to become better at, just keep doing it. You're gonna fail a lot, but it only takes one time to really succeed to push you, whatever. And so working through it. And then just the circle I keep around me. It wasn't such a, I don't know. We would joke around, beat each other down more than, like, actually uplift and build confidence at the time. It was just fun, whatever. But it wasn't like something that, like, I would hang around all the homies and, like, I would go home and be like, feel like I gained a lot of confidence. You know, it was just like, we did what we did and we chilled. But it's definitely, like, the people you keep around. What did they say? Like, you become the 5
closest people.
Yeah, something like that.
Combination of the people closest to you.
Yeah. I butchered that quote, but that's the essence of it. You know, just working hard, progressing, and watching who you keep around, because it really leaks into you, whether you know it or not.
Yeah, totally.
And ability, obviously, like you're saying, you keep at something and you get better.
Yeah, ability. Another thing of that too is, like, just doing the whole Sage Haze project, working with. I have a client now who sings R&B in English, Spanish, and Greek, and so working with, like, when you're working with someone that's speaking a different language, you don't know exactly what they're saying.
Just
and so
feeling
like
the
you're
vibe.
going off the tones of the music and the tones that they're providing. And I don't know, all that and the Sage Day stuff has just helped me progress in different ways. Because, like, sure, I can make a trap beat, whatever. I can do that over and over again. And if that's all I do, I'm going to get real good at that. But I'm not really going to expand and become better overall. But just doing different stuff and keeping at it, you know?
Yeah, before the show, you were talking a little bit about honing in on just a handful of things versus trying to do 12 different projects at once.
Yeah, well, I'm always trying
at
to do
first,
12 different projects
yeah.
at once. But, like, that's just, like, musically and because I have ADHD and
No,
whatnot.
I feel you.
Yeah.
But and I feel like the goal is to have the ability to diversify, to be able to keep a few plates in the air.
Exactly. Wear a lot of hats.
Wear a lot
eventually.
of hats. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And taste.
Taste. It's just overall growing up. You know, like I just turned 29. Never thought I'd make it this far. Literally, like, never ever. And I cried a little bit when I turned 29 because it's just like a lot. Like, I don't know. You go through so much, and especially through the past couple of years, it's like, I don't know. Life gets hard, and so.
What do you mean? If you want to expand on that,
it just I had COVID for a while. I just dealing with being locked in the same. Like I'm everywhere doing everything, whatever. Being locked in a room for a year, pretty much. Like I was either there or in my studio. So it's like I don't know. You grow through different things and learn different things, and that just influences you, you know?
Yeah, how did COVID positively or negatively influence your artistry, your work ethic?
I think it gave me time to step back, which is really it hugely influenced me in that way because I'm so fast forward. Like I always want to release an album and then do no promo and just like keep recording and go on to the next and whatever. And
yeah,
it really,
no rollout, no nothing.
yeah, and it really made me step back and like, oh, if I release this now, sure, it's whatever, but like I can't do any proper promo, I can't do shows, I can't whatever, and so it made me rethink my mentality about everything I was doing, and honestly, it just made me go harder. Like I would record every other day, like 10 songs a week type stuff, and like I'm very deep with the music that. I want to say deep, that's a bad word for it, but I have a lot of stuff because I just created through everything, through the depression and the not wanting to deal with the COVID situation and dealing with a bunch of other situations, just create through it and put the, what was the term I always like to use, weaponize your emotions, you know, put the emotions onto something that makes it more of a progression of you getting them over. Than just like
push you
sulking.
From behind
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's what developed the taste, you know.
Yeah, the years. Going back to the people you keep around you were talking about. Demon Marcus was commenting on the YouTube.
Demon Marcus.
He says, "What up?" So what up?
What up, Demon?
And
he's on a couple tracks on the album. He. Yeah, I don't really have any features except for Bobby, but I have a lot of people that help me with stuff. He did background vocals on a couple of the joints. X did background vocals on a couple of joints. Got the homie Carlo did live guitar on the first part of the outro. Just, I don't know, throwing all the homies in as many ways as I can, you know?
Yeah, what about the Orphan A&D EP you were mentioning? Any features on that?
The EP, there actually was. I think he goes by Bump Ugly or Ugly AF or I don't really. I just know him because he has a studio in the same building as me, and we've always kind of just like seen each other in passing and been homies through that and whatnot. And I had this song for a while, and one of his songs has been in like my Spotify shuffle every once in a while, and I heard it like right after making the song, and I was like, he would fit perfect on that. And I just I didn't even know I was going to release like a prior EP. I just wanted to kind of build more towards Lost Cause. And so I was like, I got like hundreds of songs that I could go through to make an EP. So I just went through, got a good bunch. And then I was like, all right, like this is the only one that needs a verse, and I had just heard his song, so I sent it right to him, and he was very prompt on getting that and getting it back to me, which I always love to see, because when you see people as eager about your music as you are, it's just a great feeling.
Yeah, and one more person I wanted to ask you about is your manager. You got a manager now? Always had a manager? What's going on?
Manager, business associate. I don't know. He fills a lot of hats.
How'd you guys meet?
I've known him for a while, just through music and organic relationships and whatnot, and that's really what's been. I don't know. He's helped me out with a lot of the business side of it. He helped me edit and basically make that Trouble video I just released.
No way.
Yeah, I had a couple of homies film it, but we had some issues on the film side, so to speak.
Classic.
And so Clee came in and has done video work for a long time, and so he came in and was very professional about everything, and we built the business relationship from that, of just actually working and being good at what you do and being smart. And I'm a very out there person. Like, I say what's on my mind a little too much sometimes and whatever. And so him and X and I don't know, a lot of the people that are in my close circle now have been making me I don't want to say overthink, but like think about what I'm actually putting out there and saying, and then being able to actually think about it from a different think about anything, the music or the business of anything, from a different perspective is crucial. So
yeah,
he's
definitely
been helping with that.
being able to candidly speak is huge.
But at the same time is dangerous sometimes.
Oh, very dangerous.
Because it's free speech, you know. Not everyone's gonna like what you're saying. But that's life. That's how you know you're saying something, though. People feel a way about it.
If you're just joining us, we are SunDogs sitting down with Orphan Andy, talking about, we're catching up, honestly. We're trudging through the COVID years currently. More information can be found at Orphan Andy AU, as well as alwaysup.online. SunDogs TC is where you can find more information about the Midwest Mutts.
Very nice. That's one of the best.
And let's dive right into the development and production of Lost Cause.
Yeah, that one's crazy.
What was it, December, November of 2021?
My birthday. Actually, I released it New Year's Eve.
Oh.
Yeah, so technically it was like last year, but first day of this year, I don't know how to do it.
So do you consider it 2021 or 2022?
I'd consider it this year just because my birthday is always just kind of like a skip day for me, because everyone's celebrating on New Year's Eve, you know, and like no one's just gonna pay attention to an album release as much as I would like to think everyone wants to stop their partying and listen to me. Like, nah. So like I would say it's like the start of this year, you know.
Very cool. Yeah, it's a cool way to look at it too, because it's like this is the new.
The kickoff doesn't get much bigger than that. You got Grammy Award production and verses and whatnot. Like that's what was really crazy about it. Seeing somebody else that had so much success in the actual music industry, you know, Grammys and whatnot. Like that's still like I used to do beat battles with Bobby way back in the day, and like we would perform at whatever I don't know, all across Minnesota, and like no one would show up, like 5-10 people, and seeing his progression through that, and him still being such a dope dude, and like he produced Low Life for me, that first, or I think it's like the second song on there, and then did the feature on Save Yourself, which is probably like
we're gonna play that later.
Probably my favorite off of the project. So you guys go back. Yeah, back, and it's cool to see people still being real. Sometimes people get in that position and it's like, nah, I don't know you anymore. Like we used to tape, but no, he's a good dude around. He's about to be up here for a show with the Waterwave homies March. I don't know, early March. So definitely check that out. Yeah. I think Poorhouse downtown is about to be having that. So it'll be fun. Hopefully start kicking off more live music around the Twin Cities. Cause it's been pretty desolate lately. Yeah.
Yeah, you were. I mean, live music. Your music incorporates guitars, strings.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there isn't a genre.
Yeah.
And before the show, you reiterated. You know what I mean? It's not. You don't want to be constrained by one or even two or three genres.
And I never define it. I don't go into it like I'm gonna make the hardest trap song ever or any. You know, like it's just whatever flows, and that's what Rick Rubin once said. It's not your job to define anything after you release it. It's your job to make it and release it. Other than that, like, anyone else can describe it however, and that's up to them, and they'll interpret it however they want.
Art is open to interpretation.
Exactly.
Which is nice, because, I'll even, like, if I make a song, I can listen to it a few years later, and it means something else to me.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, at the time, it was, like, super obvious what it meant to me. And now that I've kind of lost touch with that, that part of me is, like, smaller, like, further in the rear view. The song means something
Just
totally else. It's like, oh, this is a party
exactly.
song. I had no idea, I was like...
Exactly.
Or accidentally listening to a song at 125 speed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's like,
okay.
That's what's fun about DJing, too, every once in a while. I don't do it as much anymore, but you get to hear songs in different capacities mixed with other songs and whatnot. Like, I got the homie Rich Lee, who is one of the craziest DJs I've ever seen, because he'll, like, mix some Michael Jackson with some, like, I don't even know, some, like, trap hard hit, and like the transitions will just be beautiful and all, and have never like pictured or even thought about those pieces going together in such like a beautiful way, and it's just crazy.
Predominantly electronic mixing or physical, like he's got 4 turntables going type of thing?
I mean, he doesn't do the whole 4 turntable thing a lot. I don't know his operations now, more or less, but he would just really like do a bunch of clubs and whatever a few years ago before all the COVID stuff, and so
hopefully he gets back at it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think he's been continual with it. I've just been so focused on my own whatever. Haven't been able to really. I produce with him and stuff every once in a while, but I don't go to a lot of events. I've just limited all that, and yeah. Hopefully, I'll be able to get out to more of his events and just events in general in the very near future.
Yeah, exactly. Back to doing what you want.
Yeah,
Can't
exactly. It's weird having to go through such a long time of like just completely changing your lifestyle to.
Yeah, it feels weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, when stuff kind of settles back down, any venues you're excited to return to, if they even exist anymore?
No, I'm trying to
play more of a behind-the-scenes role.
No, I'm trying. I don't know if I want to dive fully into it, but I'm trying to go bigger than all that. Like I want to own the venue. I want to do my own. Like, I don't want nobody taking off bar tabs, saying I only had 20 people when 50 people showed up. You know, like true freedom with that, and that's
and artist empowerment through that.
Yeah, and because Lost Cause is very much like the live aspect of like the instrumentation or whatever, I haven't even really thought about how I would implement that, and I would want to do it properly. I wouldn't want to just like have the backtrack playing and then me rapping like.
And then one guy on one amp.
Yeah, in any situation, I would want to do it proper, and so I've been just like I think I might do some like live streams of performances and whatnot. Yeah, and so start with that, but like I'm looking into getting venues and actually creating, because like I feel like the scene was just pretty much obliterated within the past couple of years, and like some of it needed to happen, but like all our venues that were usual locations are not really here anymore.
Exactly.
Right.
We'll definitely talk after the show about some of these vacant theaters and venues.
Yeah, because there's a lot. I went searching the other week, and there's a lot out there for possibilities as venues and whatnot.
If you got a venue for sale, call us up.
651-313-5125. We are sitting down with Orphan Andy. When we come back from our break here in about 15 seconds, we're going to be talking about two of the tracks off of the most recent release, Lost Cause. Orphan Andy AU and alwaysup.online, as well as SunDogs TC is where you can find more information. We will be right back. SunDogs Present
Local Vibes.
Welcome back to SunDogs Present Local Vibes. We are sitting down here with Orphan Andy, and I was looking at the materials your reps sent over.
Yeah.
And they sent over two tracks off of Lost Cause. Trouble, the opening track number one.
Powerful.
One with the music
Powerful.
video.
Yeah.
And then Save Yourself featuring Bobby Raps, the fifth track off of Lost Cause.
Correct. Yeah.
Let's dive right into that. You talked a little bit about the closing track. Let's talk about the influence and the production and the journey.
On the project
Trouble,
as a whole?
The opening track.
Yeah, let's start.
Yeah, that I feel like I love that track because the sample's so smooth and everything, but it's also so me to
Did
the
you
core.
make the beat?
Yeah, I
Very cool.
I mean, now I'm stretching to where I'm working with other producers, but I have a lot of projects where I pretty much do everything.
I just didn't know when it was switching over.
Oh yeah,
to
no.
And you were saying this the sample in it is
Smooth.
live instrumentation.
That I think that one is sample based. That first one, but most of the other ones have a lot of actual instrumentation and whatnot.
Ooh.
But what I really like about that one is the story on it, because I'm actually I'm not trying to be hard with it, but I'm actually talking about like stuff I've never talked about and the origin of my name, and like I don't know.
I didn't know. I just thought it was an awesome play on Orphan Annie.
Yeah, no, it is. But I was an actual orphan, and I was in foster home and adopted when I was young and whatever, and that's what the whole track talks about. And growing up, I didn't really know how to talk about any of that, and it wasn't that I was like afraid to. I just didn't. Yeah, I didn't feel the need to, and whatever. And with Lost Causes, like that's the root of what created me as a person. So I really had to start it off with that one and tell my story and actually get it out there in a way that I felt represented me well,
Set the stage, exactly.
For real, set the stage.
We were talking before the show. We were curious to know if most orphanages, or what the technical term is, are they usually state run, or are they private orphanages? Is it city run?
Honestly, at this point, I need to do more research on that. I know back then, I feel like it was a lot more private.
Like
I think maybe orphanages were public government entities, but foster homes were, or something. I don't know like the exact definition of either.
Because foster home versus foster care. Foster care is like the in between.
And foster care, there's I don't know the exact systems of who runs what and whatnot, but I know like their Child Protective Services is what like places you into that.
Yeah.
And so I don't know how government run any of that is or anything.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Just curious.
Yeah.
And we appreciate
and I don't know how a lot of that runs right now, because obviously I've been out of that for a long time. But
2 years.
No, but there's definitely like that's an average day. That's an average thing for a lot of children and people, and that's why it was nice to actually be able to get it out there and like really relate to people. Like that's where I'm gonna catch a lot of real fans. It's like relatability on actual life things. That's what I try to. Anyone can rap about money and all this whatever.
Exactly.
Artificial.
The truth has a ring to it. You know what I'm saying? You can definitely hear.
And I feel like that's where I've always connected most about music too, is like the emotion and whatever you feel from like really like feeling a lyric or something like that. And so that's what I want to try to get out there,
Nice, yeah. From here moving forward, how long had you had the instrumental before you had lyrics for it?
Oh, that one?
For the opening track, Trouble.
I don't know. I think that one, what a lot of times I'll do is I'll make the beat and then I'll freestyle over it, and then I'll sit on that for a while.
Take the best flows from that.
Yeah, and kind of orchestrate around
Like,
the
I'm taking
melodies,
this outta
and
here.
and get the I might actually write out the lyrics at that point and whatnot, or I'll just go in and freestyle take each one until I get enough, and then sew that together. I don't know. It's a bunch of different processes, but that one probably didn't have nearly as long. I try not to keep stuff very long, but like at the rate I was making music the past 2-3. Whoa!
Oh, we got a phone
Flash
call.
flash.
We got a call at the rate that you were making music in the past 2 or 3 years. Continue.
I have a lot collected up, and so a lot of it will probably sit for a while I promote and do business on the other stuff.
Yeah,
But
what's your typical turnaround? Can't hear him?
Can't hear him.
No?
Can't hear you.
Maybe try
Hey.
calling back.
call back if you just called in.
So yeah, we'll usually pick it up and then patch it in, and then we'll be able to hear it.
Okay.
Yeah, what's your typical turnover? How long will you sit on a beat or sit on a song? I mean, you were saying you had things for 6 years. For
Yeah, that was
Lost Cause.
just the one instrumental.
Oh, well,
because
precisely,
I had to
precisely.
feel like sometimes you get the instrumental and you're not in that zone, and I don't want to like approach it from like a hyphy zone, but the instrumental is like bittersweet and whatever, you know. So like I really had to get to a point where I felt I related to it just musically and sonically. But a usual turnaround probably like I want to say around a couple of years, which is weird.
Hey, to each their own.
It's weird to me because like by the time I release something, I've made the beat, recorded on it, mixed it, did all the editing, did arrangement, and then mastered it, and then in clean versions and whatever. So I've sat with it for so long that like I'm happy to get it out there. But like there's just so much that it usually takes a couple of years.
And before we played these two tracks here in about, I want to say 4 minutes, just tell us a little bit about Save Yourself featuring Bobby Rapp.
Save Yourself, that one I had for a little bit, and me and the homie Rich Lee actually produced that one. And that I had my own part on that for a little bit, and I had always been wanting, since I had Bobby produce the other one, I had been wanting a feature from him too. And I just had to I knew he would be down for whatever if it was good, but I just had to approach it right and get the right, because he has such a range and he can hit them beautiful singing notes and do actual other harder rap stuff and whatnot. But I wanted that beautifulness, the singing, plus the emotion, whatever that he can really portray. And so that's why I had to send that one to him and get him on that. And
very nice.
yeah.
Not to put anybody on blast or anything, how long did it take him to get back to you with the verse?
I don't know. He's always been very he was probably the best out of all I've worked with. His turnaround was definitely quick. Alex Wiley, not so much. He was cool, but a lot of people are if they feel the song, like Casey did his feature in less than a month. Casey Pluto, definitely look into him if you haven't yet.
No, I'm just seeing all this cool stuff.
He's about to be the next Yeezy Sound release guy that's coming up under Kanye. Wrote a lot of Kanye's songs and a lot of that
Chicago
stuff
as well?
No, he's from here.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
He used to be homies with Lexi, Elijah, and a bunch of local cats. And I think through his manager Boo, he met Kanye, and now that's Kanye's manager too. And so he's been building with him, and I had the opportunity to just work with him, and he was crazy quick with it. And just some of the sonics that he thinks of is just on a different level and completely transformed the track.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but usually if it's a good enough song in your mind, they're gonna get it back to you within a couple months at least. But people be busy, you know.
Yeah,
and
very
I
true.
don't really know anyone's full situation that I'm working with a lot of times.
Yeah.
Like I'll be sending out to people and whatnot. So like,
Yeah, maybe
they're on
you
tour,
haven't
they're
worked
not
with-
gonna get
yeah.
back to you for like 8 months at least.
Yeah, what's
you know?
your, do you got like a method? Say you've never had them feature on anything before. You want them to feature on it.
Oh,
you
I
send them the thing?
Yeah, I have lots of those.
Or do you butter them up first?
No. I used to try to like force whatever, but I try to be more organic with whatever, and like artists I actually vibe with and like whatever with that. And it's just business at that point, you know. Like as much as I don't like, it's not that I don't like the business around it. Business is the opposite of art for me almost. And so it's that whole to pimp a butterfly concept, like, but you just got to be business minded with it. Like, don't send the full payment all at once, or else they're not going to finish it because they have no incentive. Send half if you're paying for something, which is an investment into your artistry at the end of the day, whether it's production or features or anything, mix and master. You know, like, make sure you pay like. Talk with them, make sure the business is right and everything, and that both sides understand it, because I feel like a lot of people will not talk that over and just take an artist for, oh, they're doing $500 features, like let's all throw in and get $500 and send it to them right away, and we'll send them the song, and then get mad when they never hear back. And it's like, well, you approached it completely wrong. And then just expected it to go right for you. Like, it's not necessarily how everything works.
We're going to play these songs in about 45 seconds. Any
Perfect.
other final tasty tidbits or advice other than those 2 or 3 you just gave us in regards to artist relations?
I mean, just try to be organic with it. What's meant for you will find you, you know? At the end of the day.
Those are words to live by.
Facts. That's some sage wisdom right there.
Thank you so much again, Orphan Andy, for sitting down with us
Hey,
again.
thanks for having me.
We
yeah.
look forward to continuing to watch the rise
Definitely.
and the growth of Always Up and of your own artistry.
Hey, I appreciate that. Y'all too.
Heck yeah.
We on the top floor now.
Yeah,
Top floor,
more
baby.
information can be found at Orphan Andy AU, alwaysup.online, and SunDogs TC. This has been SunDogs Present a Local Vibes.
See you next week.
We'll see you next week. Bow wow.
Used to be homeless-ish, orphanage, hate the kid, foster home, hit a lick, Uncle Sam paid him big, more you got, more you get, they say I never had, got adopted at 6, adopted parents were rich, they moved me out to the birds, I brought my bag full of tricks, I had to make this life work, I came from hit a licks, up in the Z-Dog, feeling Jedi, too rich for the Jedi, find me on the red eye. Money calling me, money calling me, want a lottery. Money calling me, money calling me, want a lottery. Trouble follow me, trouble follow me, trouble follow me. Trouble follow me, trouble follow me, trouble follow me. Habits on habits, I'm wreaking havoc, no static, I'm being static, I'm manic, it's automatic, try and make me to a menace, feel the malice, don't mention it, move along when the devil's testing it, wrecking this, lately feeling reckless, trying to find a fool to give, among all this other stuff, find me turning nothing into something like a magic trick, I'm done with this, and the time's coming where you running, who you running with. Money calling me, money calling me, want a lottery. Money calling me, money calling me, want a lottery. Trouble follow me, trouble follow me, trouble follow me. Trouble follow me, trouble follow me, trouble follow me. Yeah, I've been on my way up. Told her don't wait for me. Told her go pray for me. No, I'll be fine, you'll see. I've been on my way up. Told her don't wait for me. Told her go pray for me. Told her go save yourself. 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 It's too late, it's too late. Got too much on my plate. Me and you not the same. Think it's time to separate. Coming up, made a name. Ain't no stain, not ashamed. How it goes, let it play. Let it snow, make it rain. Feel the hate, I've been hurt. Numb the pain, I get turned every day. I've been burned, see the scars, no concern. Let it fade, meditate, let it go. Run away, no mistake, we'll be fine. You got time, find a way. Yeah, I've been on my way up. Told her don't wait for me. Told her go pray for me. No, I'll be fine, you'll see. I've been on my way up. Told her don't wait for me. Told her go pray for me. Told her go save yourself. Go save yourself. Go save yourself. Go save yourself. Go save yourself.
Save yourself. Wishing you a way to hell. Saw you change with to stay yourself. All our way going straight to hell. Yeah, nobody can help you but you. Know it's hard, gotta tell me the truth. Already came to the conclusions. You like making excuses, but that don't fly though. My dog like fire. Exhaling smoke like spiral. Exoskeleton my spinal, and it broke that. Life ain't no VCR, no rewind, can't go back. Ever find a way like me? Yeah, she know that.
Yeah, I've been on my way up. Told her don't wait for me. Told her go pray for me. No, I'll be fine, you'll see. I've been on my way up. Told her don't wait for me. Told her go pray for me. Told her go save yourself. Go save yourself. Told her go pray for me. Told her go save yourself. Go save yourself. Told her go pray for me. Told her go save yourself. Go save yourself. Go save yourself. Go save yourself. Go save yourself.